Okay. So here we are. All right. So as you can see now, you are given the formulas. Now you are the trig ratios. So you don't need to memorize the trig ratios that they are given in the exam. You just need to know how to use them. Now, let us look at sine theta. All right, look at sine theta. So if we can make this bigger. So here we are. Good. So in particular, this one right here. Everybody can see it properly? Everybody can see it properly? Alex, Camila,
Yes,
can.
sir.
Okay, good. All right, so these are the trig ratios here. Good. Now, if you notice, you are given 3 trig ratios. And as a matter of fact, there are 6 of them. But these 3 is what you are required to know how to use for the exams. Now, when you use sine ratio, let me draw something and show you, a triangle and show you. I love to draw mine like this. All right. Now, the slant line is always going to be the hypothesis line. Always going to be the hypothesis line, right? Hypotenuse rather. Always going to be the hypotenuse. Now, to determine which of the other lengths is adjacent or opposite, it is dependent on the angle, the reference angle, the angle that is being referred to. In this case, this angle here is being referred to. So the line opposite to it is called the opposite side. And of course, the other is the adjacent side. Making sense? Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. No. Good. So let's say now that the angle that we're speaking of in reference to is say the angle here. So this is the angle in reference. Referring to this angle right there. Good. So referring to that angle right there, then it means then the line opposite to it would have been this line. Everybody seeing that?
Yes, sir.
Good. So this now they would be called the opposite side because it is opposite to it. Good. It is opposite to it. Let me bring it up some more. This is a line opposite to it. So you look for the angle that is the question is referring to. And then you will look for the line opposite to it. And to help you to determine that, you can just draw an arrow from the angle and go down, and you obviously identify the opposite line. Make sense? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good. So the other line then would obviously be the adjacent line. All right. To the angle. So that should clear up any confusion there is. So your first thing you look for is the line opposite to the angle. Then you know which one is adjacent. All right. Of course, you'll get some practice with that during this session here. Now, you might be asking a question now, how do I know which of the trig ratios to use? How do I know which of the trig ratios to use? All right. There are two things. Two things. How you know which of the trig ratios to use? One, note the information given, that is the sides. Note the information asked for. And of Ken, that is the sides. Now they can ask for the angle. If they only give you the sides and ask for the angle, then you have to pay attention to the sides given. If they give you the angle on one side, you have to also pay attention to the side that is asked for to determine whether and which of the three trig ratios you should use. Is that clear? Is that
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. All right. We'll be making note of that. All right. Now, so make note of those information, please. I'm going to use them, and just in case it just write off these trig ratios in the notebook or whatever you have in front of you. You're going to use them. All right. Let me know when you finish writing it off. Got that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody finish writing it off?
Yes, sir.
All right. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Right. All right, let's continue now. All right, now, of course, area of triangle is given right here. Now, most persons know the famous half base times height. But note as well that this only works for right angle triangles. So there are different options to find the area of a triangle. So if you're working a triangle which is not a right angle triangle, and you are given the lengths of A and B, and the angle C, then you'd use this formula to find the area of such a triangle. There are another type of triangle, which is not a right angle triangle, maybe a scalene triangle, maybe an isosceles triangle. They use these two formulas to find the area of such a triangle. All right, moving on. Now, the sine rule and the cosine rule. You have to know when to use either of these two rules. The sine rule is used, of course, when you are given two lengths and an angle. So there are three information you have to be given for the sine rule. Two lengths and the equivalent and the corresponding angle for at least one of the lengths. So in other words, then, if you are given length A and length B, but you are given the corresponding sine angle A for length A, then they'll ask to find the angle of B. So you find in such a situation, you use the sine rule. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. The cosine rule, if you notice the cosine rule, it has A squared equals B squared plus C squared. And if you notice though, the angle, the length that you're asked to find, you are given the corresponding what? Angle. So if you're asked to find length A, then you're going to, they'll be given angle A. If you're asked to find length B, which angle would they give you to work with? Anybody? Anybody?
Sir, can you repeat that?
Yeah, if they give you length B to find B squared, it will be cos what you need to use?
Cos A.
No. Look, no,
Cos
no.
B, sir.
Cos B. Cos B. Because if you are given B to find, if B is right here, then angle B would be here. Look at it. A is given here. Cos A is given here. If B is asked for, then you'd put cos B, capital angle B, that is. If C is asked for, you'd use the cos of angle C. Is that clear?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then good. Now, to know whether or not you must use a cosine rule, they'll give you two lengths and the angle between the two lengths. So if you have a triangle where you're given the two lengths and the angle between them, then you know that you're going to use the cosine rule. All right? So there's no need to memorize these rules or these information. You only need to know how and when to use them. Clear? Understand?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Perfect. Good. All right, so let's go down so we can find a trick question. So I was using this during this opportunity, this moment, to show you how to approach the exam questions as relates to trigonometry, since that's the area we're looking at now. Now, this is a geometry question, as I can see. All right. You have to know what I mean by whether or not the thing is a selected word from the following list to complete the statement below. Now, so the diagram below shows two pentagons. And a pentagon is any shape that has 5 sides, right? Good.
Yes, sir.
Now, so the word from the following list to complete the statement below. Pentagon P is dash to pentagon Q. Would it be reflected? Would it be translated, opposite, or congruent? Which one do you think? As a matter of fact, look up the definition for the word congruent and tell us what the definition is. Anybody can look for it. Congruent. Congruent. What does it mean?
Sir,
Yeah, go ahead.
congruent means identical in form.
Identical in form. What does that mean? Identical in form.
That means they will look the same way, sir.
Very good. They look the same way. So question. Does both P and Q look the same way?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So they look the same way. Are they the same size? Are they the same size?
Yes, sir.
Good.
No, sir.
You sure? You sure they're not?
Sir, they are the same size.
They're the same size?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is they are the same size?
Wait, sir. I just realized they're the same size. I count the box in each of the letters. They're the same size.
Yes, they are the same size. So 1, 2. If you look at this length here, it covers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same length. You got this, same dot, and then this same dot. So technically they're the same size. So they are congruent. Good. All right. And of course, the definition that you gave is basically the answer to the question. All right. All right. Now, here's another trigonometry type of question. And as we look at it, we'll just go through them and see what. Then we'll go to one of your favorite questions. Right, Nadra? All right. Now, can somebody read what's on the screen for me, please?
The diagram below, not drawn to scale, shows the pentagon VW XYZ. In the pentagon YZ is parallel to XW and YX is parallel to VW. Angle XYZ equals 114 degrees, while angle VZY equals 98 degrees.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now, there's some bit of information that you need to know. As a matter of fact, well, let that stay. There is a bit of information that you need to know. The word parallel that is given is a key information. All right. Now, these two lines, VW and even yx. They are parallel. They are parallel. So yx is parallel to VW, as I told you. Yz is parallel to xy as well. Now, can anyone tell me what is it? Let me see if you know it. What do they say about angles formed between two parallel lines? Anybody know anything about that? Angles that are formed between two parallel lines.
Sir, they're the same, sir.
They are the same. Are they always the same? Because are you seeing that x right here the same as 114 degrees? Are you saying that?
No, sir, it would be less, sir.
It'll be less. Or it could be more, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm gonna give both of you have all of you have a protractor. You should have a protractor by now. That's a question. You should say yes around. Everybody should be saying a yes in the chorus. As a choir, you should be saying yes. So you're going to take out the protractor out of your geometry set. And you're going to do a little activity for me. Are you ready? Everybody ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you're going to draw this shape here. And you're going to draw two parallel lines. So this must be parallel to this line. You're going to measure this angle here and this angle here. All right. All of you do that now. You draw your shape like that. Your ruler doesn't have to be the same size. Can be bigger, a little bit bigger, or same size. Good. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. When you're through, let me know.
Please join it, sir.
Are you finished measuring the angle too?
No, sir.
Yeah, measure the angle. Measure your angles and make sure you know that this line is parallel to this line. Finish measuring it, Miss Miller?
No, sir.
Okay. Alex, what about you? Narja?
Yes, sir, I'm finished.
You measure the angle, you measure the angle them too?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what's the sum of this angle and that angle that you measured?
Sir, the sum would be 180, sir.
Very good. Very good. So you have now made the point. You have now made the point that if you add, so the angles that form between two parallel lines, the sum of it is equal to what? 180
80.
degrees. Good? All right. So you see, we proved that point a while ago, dude. Haven't we proved that point a while ago? By literally drawing and measuring it for yourself, right? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right. Excellent. You discover the same thing to Miss Miller and Narja?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. So I didn't have to tell you. You could see, prove it for yourself, you know? The Bible says you must prove all things. All right, so they ask us then to determine the value of the angle WXY. So W, X, Y. Now you might want to know where this angle is formed. If you notice XYZ, the letter in the middle is where the angle is. Z, the letter in the middle is where the angle is. So which of these three letters the angle will be at that they're asking you for? Anybody?
What do you
X.
say, sir?
It will be at X. Good, right here.
Sir, when you add up all of them, they're supposed to come out to 360 degrees?
You mean for the pentagon?
For the entire thing.
No, pentagon is different from a four-sided figure. A four-sided
Okay.
figure you get 360 degrees. But the five-sided figure is different. You can draw a five-sided figure for yourself and measure all the angles them, add them up, and then you'll know the total, some of the interior angles for yourself. All right? You can do that and tell me what the answer is. All right. Now, so if they're asking for the angle at X, right here, knowing that they are between two parallel lines, knowing that the sum of the angles formed between two parallel lines is 180 degrees, what do you need to do to determine the angle formed right here? Talk to me.
Sir, can you repeat that, please?
I'm saying, knowing that these two lines are parallel, knowing that the sum of the angles formed between two parallel lines is 180 degrees. What do you need to do to determine the angle X that they're asking you for?
Sir, you have to subtract.
Yeah,
Go
you
have
ahead.
to subtract y from 180, sir, which would give you 66 degrees, sir.
Very good, sir. Everybody understand that? Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, same for you, Miss Miller.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. So you see the information we are using. Y is information. Good. Right.
Hey guys, what's up?
Right. So of course that is 66. I think that is one mark. All right, let's move to the other one. Now they want to determine angle V. Angle V. Right. Angle V. Try that for yourself. Let's say if you are thinking. Try find angle V for yourself. And let's see if you are thinking.
Is it 82 degrees, sir?
Angle V.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Would you like to share with us how you got 82 degrees?
I subtract 98 from 180 degrees.
Why?
Sir?
Why? Why would you do that? Why you did that? I didn't say your answer is wrong, you know. And I didn't say it right either. But tell me why you did that. Tell me why you did that. Hmm?
What's up? Hey, good morning, everyone. Send message for me. If I don't believe I'll pass the line.
Waiting for your answer.
Sir, just like
Mhm.
how we did the first one, I was
Yeah, go
saying
ahead,
that
go ahead. You were saying?
like how you did the first one,
Uh-huh.
I did the other one, just like that.
But why did I do that the first one that way?
To find the angle.
No, but what was it? What was the bait? What was it? What was the fact that we were working with?
To find angle X.
What was the fact that we were working with to find angles? We were working with that fact. What was that fact? Mm. Remember the fact. The fact that we were working with is that this line is parallel to this line. But this line here, it's not parallel to any other line that you could work with to give you for the subtract 98 from 180. Understand that, Miss Miller?
Yes, sir.
Hmm? Miss Miller, understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good. So therefore it means then that that could not work. Anyone else want to attempt it?
sir. So the
Yeah.
answer, sir, is correct, sir, because the angle would have to be more than 90, sir.
You're breaking up.
66, sir.
Go ahead, go again, Alex. You're breaking. Talk again.
You hear me better now, sir?
Yeah, I'm hearing it better now. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay. I was saying that the answer would be incorrect because angle would have to be more than 90, but that's 66, sir.
The angle will be how much?
Yeah. Angle view would have to be 90 degrees, sir. The answer I got is a standard, sir.
I'm not hearing it clearly. You break up. You could text the answer to me. Yeah, hearing it, but it's not clear. All right, Narja, what about you? Narja? You have a response, Narja? All right, Narja answering that. All right, let us look at something here. We know this angle now, which is 66 degrees. But we can also find this angle as well, because this length here is parallel to this length. So the rule applies same way. So this is then, of course, 114. It is opposite. Opposite. Good. Now, the question then. So because we know all four angles except this one, we're going back to the question that Ms. Miller asked about the sum of the interior angles of a pentagon, a five-side figure. Well, did you do the experiment, Ms. Miller? Ms. Miller did the experiment.
Which experiment, sir?
All right,
check.
I want everybody to draw a five-sided figure and find all the angles and then add it up. So something like that. Five-sided figure. Here it is. So find all the angles and add them up and tell what the sum of interior angles. Is everybody trying the question? Everybody
Sure, coming,
trying
sir.
the question? Everybody trying to draw the pentagon and measure the angles. Everybody doing that? When you do it for
Yes, sir.
yourself, yes, good Alex. When you do it for yourself and prove it for yourself, you will always remember it. It's a technique I'm showing you what to do. All right. You can even redraw the shape them to scale if you wish.
Percent of residents, Jesus Christ is from the SMC. What we can see in everybody.
Sir,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Alex.
sir, is it 540, sir?
That's correct. You draw it and measure it for yourself, or Google it.
So I use it for myself, sir, and then I check Google to make sure it's correct, sir.
Oh, let me know you check Google, you know. Say, oh, I know that. You give me the answer too quick. Best thing to do, folks, you will not have Google in the exam. So you need to ensure that you find a way to prove it for yourself. Make sense? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good. So,
The V angle is 148 degrees.
where's Miss Miller?
148 degrees up there, so.
So did first question, did you draw the figure and measure the angles in for yourself?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm also check Google.
That's not a problem.
Yes, sir, but I have to know certain things, sir.
Yeah, but Miss Miller, I gave you guys an instruction. And I know why I gave you the instruction. See, my experience teaching online, I don't need to be on the other side to see what you're doing. I can know what you're doing depending on the time it took to do it. And because I know the time it will take to do it. Students, when you're given an instruction, the wise thing to do is to follow it as given. I never asked to use Google. If I had asked to use Google, then that's different. I told you to draw it for yourself. Because the most you can do in the exam is draw it for yourself. You will not have Google to use in the exam. So I'm giving you the opportunity to practice some techniques that you can use while you're in the exam to navigate your way through the question. That's all I'm doing. To show the next few minutes, hour and 50 minutes, ensure that you follow the little instruction. All right, folks? Okay, folks?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, what the therefore means then? What it therefore means then is that you can add up these angles and then subtract the sum of those angles from the 540. All right. Good.
Yes, sir.
All right. Wonderful. All right. All right. You got that? So let's move on from there. Because I could have also tell you that the sum of it is 540, but I want to discover it on your own. All right. All right. Now, should I skip this? Should I do this? What should I do? All right. All right. We're gonna break at this question, and then I'm gonna put your questions, put your worksheet in your live worksheet booklet. Mr. Miller, did you do what I asked you to do? Mr. Miller?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Did. All right, so let us go into that book. Mr. Miller did so. Let me add it to the book first, Mr. Miller. Then I will instruct you to go to the booklet. Yeah. No. Assign to students. Yeah. All right, so I'm now going to add to the book worksheets. All right. Let's see how you folks will do it. All right, this one now is for you to use the. I hope you are drawn right off the thing. All right, let's give it this one to do. All right, to go to the workbooks. No. And let me know if you can see the worksheet that's just posted in it.
Yes, sir, we can see it.
Good. Nada, what about you?
Yes, sir. I just saw it.
Good. Miss Miller?
I don't see it.
You have to go back to the live worksheet, Miss Miller. You have to log in with your username and password that you created. Just refresh,
All right.
and you'll see it. You see it now? And you remember to click on finish. When you're finished, you can text me in the chat that you are finished so I can look at your grade. All right? All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. See it now, Miss Miller? Miss Miller, you see it now? Huh?
Internet trouble, sir.
I'll send it in the chat. There's it in the chat. All right, persons who are watching from YouTube, I'm going to send a link for the worksheet for you to use so you can participate as well. Give me a second to send it to you. Even if you are late in joining the session, you can still have access to the workbook, to the worksheet itself. I'm going to send you a copy of it. Here's a copy of the link. So you can click on the link. Participate. Right. You see the worksheet now, Ms. Miller?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just share the forms with you so you don't need to memorize them. It's right there in front of you. And for those who are on Zoom, you can click on the link to access the worksheet. When you're through, you can click on the word finish to see your results. And then, of course, you also have access to the formulas too. Those are on YouTube. Yes, good evening, Ms. Makila. Yeah, good evening, Mr. Bernardo. Yeah, speaking. Yeah, what exactly are you saying now? Hold on, no, Miss Makila. Miss Makila, relax, please. This is the reason why I was giving them 3 hours this evening. And if you want to join, but you know, I read the message, Makila. You start to argue, read the messages on WhatsApp. That's not fair. That's not fair because should have been only allowed 4 hours for the month. And I'm here giving her 3 hours today, 3 hours tomorrow. And if she want to join the 7 o'clock session, that's 6 hours. That's more than what they got for the month. So you see your life want to do. Yes, mama, but I send the 7 o'clock link as well. But you see your life funny. You start to argue with me. Yeah, but you see, you start argue with me. Can you not read first? That's all right, mom. All right, all right. Just try to make sure she know the topics that she have weaknesses. Where she weak on, so I can assist her with that. It's just a small group. I just work with a small group of them. Because the exam is the 17th. And my reason why I wasn't able to give her a class. When did she join, by the way? When she joined? When you register for the program? March? No, I can't March. Yeah, but it's can't March because we started in April. Oh, okay. All right, so she can still come on and join us at 7 o'clock this evening. And there'll be a session 7 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah, man, you're welcome. Good. All right, take care. Mhm. Yeah, man, you're welcome. Mhm. And there's also a Pythagoras theorem that you should be using as well. Let me show you the Pythagoras theorem. Mhm. Pythagoras theorem is not there, but the Pythagoras theorem is a squared. So you will need the Pythagoras theorem for question 2. So let me give you the Pythagoras theorem. The Pythagoras theorem is a square. I was going to write it right here. A square, no, sorry, C square rather. It is C square equal to A square plus B square. That's the Pythagoras theorem that you will need for question 2. Right? Right. Yes, good afternoon, young DK out. Good afternoon. You can participate as well by doing the worksheet. You can click on the link that is pinned at the top. Anybody on YouTube is just joining us. And if you are through with the worksheet, you can let me know and send me your answer and your results in the chat. All right. Anybody finishes it? Anybody finishes it?
No, sir.
Okay. What number you reach, Alex? Alex, which question are question 1 or 2?
I'm doing question 2 now, sir.
Okay then.